Oh, cool match. Both SA3. Pretty ordinary. Necro and Dudley both can go SA1 in any matchup if they want to. For both characters, SA3 is generally slightly more useful. Ooh. Oh yes, the combo to short swing. EX short swing. Whoa, he was already jumping. I don't think you can normally jump out of that, but he had no pre-jump frames because they'd already partially resolved. Nice. Very good super. Dizzy's a threat from here on out. Hi. And now Dizzy is here. Built some meter. What kind of meter build is that? Didn't do any. Should have been taunted to 2 back strongs. Oh no. EX, heavy spin hook. It's kind of slow. Hi. You can check out a Dizzy's pretty fast in 3rd strike if you're a mashing god. I don't remember the number. Part of me wants to say 17 frames. Trying to counter poke with that stone roundhouse. Oh no! You let Dudley in. Okay, that was pretty scary. As good as Dudley's overhead is, it is just a 1 parry. Occasionally 2 parries if he does the TC. And 1 parry into stuff can occasionally beat, depending on what you do, can beat even the TC. You can OS a 2nd parry and there's no downside. You can OS the 2nd parry and then still punish if they don't do the TC, I mean. But most Dudleys don't even do the TC, so it's whatever. Or they only use it when they don't have meter. Whoa! You can probably ask the Dudley react and do the TC if you get parried. Very nice confirm. That's good. That came out pretty well. New Generation is just a meme. I thought it was Second Impact. There wasn't New Generation. He went for multiple parries. Whoa, what a punish. That was good. Parried the low forward and then EX machine gun blow. Oro, I don't think he can do anything like that. I can probably low parry and then dash in. Tango Stone. Rad. I tried to do the Dan Infinite, and I don't know what's a real Infinite. But the high damage starters into the Dan Infinite wouldn't go into it properly. So I might have had to start with like Light Kick or something like that, which I didn't want to do. I also would have had to TAS it, and I didn't want to TAS it. It would have been kind of cool to end with Dan doing an Infinite. But it wouldn't have... It requires a crouching opponent, so it's not a true Infinite. It requires a crouching Sakura. So eventually Dan's just going to dizzy her, and once she dizzy, she's not crouching anymore. And I think with the weak starter into the Infinite, into the dizzy, into the max damage from dizzy, I don't even think that would be as high damage as like 700. So, you know. Grabbed a stand jab. I ended up not showing it. I did, however, manage to get some run stop fierces, which I did in fact TAS. They're the only combos not done by hand. If you thought I actually did those run stop fierces, then sorry. Nice combo. I can't even get 3 run stop fierces most of the time. And that one was like 5 into dizzy into 5 more. The Studley's good. Yeah, I love Omega. I'm pretty decent at it too. I think most people would probably like Omega if they knew about it. Most people have never really tried it. Or like they just tried a couple things. It's ridiculously underplayed. It's like quite a good fighting game that most people have zero exposure to. Or they just saw the fucking Gen Infinite one time and then they checked out. But there's so much there. A lot of it's really interesting or fun. Oh, he wanted stand strong ducking super. He thought he was in range. Ooh, the double bounce. You can do another super after that if you want. It was a bad idea there, but it's possible. He double parry OS'd and then just blocked. The double parry OS there parries the first hit of the super. You parry pre-freeze. And it allows you to easily not die. It like allows you to be safe against super cancels while also still having a punish on non-super cancels. But he could have parried the super, but instead he was just like, eh. Nice Effic. The combos came out pretty well, didn't they? I think. Thanks for your contributions. I'll PayPal you half the money the video gets. Which will probably be like less than $100. That's a whole new stake. Probably won't even be that much. Even with both videos, I don't know. Just a fun little project. Love that. Love seeing that fucking Stam Roundhouse short swing blow combo, especially with the EX. You don't see EX short swing blow that often. It's very safe. I think it's only -2. Or -3, I think. I think it's -3. Because I think Shippu is a 1-frame punish on it. And Shippu, I think, hits on its 3rd frame. I had to do that fucking Yun combo so many times. Did you lab it with just like save and load state? I couldn't do that while I was recording it, and it was just like, God fuck, I have to hit this whole thing in one go. I eventually got it, but it took me like an hour. Probably more like 30 minutes. I kept on not getting the dash heavy palm, and I had to watch that damn animation over and over and over. Why'd the combo start with the ultra? I mean, obviously I know why, but like, fuck. Made it so hard. Nice. That sounds horrible. I can't even think of a way to improve that combo. Maybe with like light kick Kara palm. It's already so perfect. Oh, I didn't realize you got crumple from towards Fierce. I saw some of the first 10 matches. So that you can probably follow that with Ultra 1, right? And that would have been a stronger starter than counter hit palm. I didn't actually see that until later, because you edited that one, I think, right after I did the initial recording. No, I was not into SF3 from the get-go, which means there's still time for you if you're not into it yet. I didn't start playing SF3 until 7 years after it was released. 9 years after it was released, if you count New Generation and Second Impact, which most people don't. Oh, really? I admit I didn't try. I mean, I did the EX palm combo, but I didn't fuck around with it. Most interesting changes. Probably one of the characters who was completely overhauled. So I guess the go-to answer would probably be DiCaprio. Bison got a lot of characters got things that they begged for. Bison would be an example of that. Bison got a good overhead and also much less charge reliance. So he can do like combos that suffer from much less scaling. Bison just had a lot of scaling to worry about in Ultra. I'm doing alright. I guess I'm in a good mood. I got into a dumb argument on YouTube comments with a guy. It was in the No Supers video. He said it wasn't much of a flex that I wasn't using supers because why would supers even be used anyway? And then I told him he didn't know what he was talking about, and then he got super mad. And now we've got a fucking fat YouTube comment war going on. I didn't actually do that. I was already at 10% scaling, so I literally lost no damage by doing light kick into medium punch instead. I gained damage by doing that. So I just did an easier combo. Also, that combo perfectly dizzied 1000 dizzy characters. So, I didn't even expect that. Like, I hit the combo like second try or something, and then it just stunned, and I was like, oh shit. And then I just did Focus Attack Ultra. I had to do the whole combo again, but then I just ended with Focus Attack Ultra. What's funny is that ends with an Ultra 2, but Ultra 1 might be stronger. I didn't even lab it. I don't know the damage difference for Bison. One thing I hate about Focus into Ultra 1 is I always miss hits on Ultra 1. If you do it late, you lose damage. I just didn't want to have to worry about that. That's a punish, I guess. Just punish with your own super. That was a very meaty Diamond House. It doesn't have a ton of active frames, so like there's no point in doing it super meaty. You just do it anytime, and it'll beat whatever the opponent does.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Dudley Mares are kind of hype, a little bit. Dudley's quite a stylish character. Kind of one of the faces of Rushdown in this game, I feel.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Did he do that parry pre-freeze, or did he get a one-frame parry? You almost never see that get parried. It's very hard. It either requires good presence of mind to go for a pre-freeze parry, or you have to get the one-frame parry. He thought that was going to be parried. That super hits if the strong is parried. That's one of the most interesting things about Third Strike. I'm sure I've talked about it loads of times. It's respect. Respect is a really big part of Third Strike. And I don't mean respect like, oh man, I think you're such a good guy. I mean like, do you think your opponent will be looking for this? Do you think your opponent will be good enough to be ready for this? Like, that stand strong. Against a bad player, that stand strong will just anti-air because they won't parry. Against a really good player, you probably wouldn't want to do stand strong into super just because, you know, they'll parry the stand strong and then the super. Well, it depends. It's a mix-up.
Alright, that's cool. Are you ready? Go.
But that kind of call-out, where it's like you're going to parry exactly once and not more than once, is a very specific, like, read and skill level even. No, it's fully throw invincible until it ends. I've been in that scenario many times where you parry one hit, try and throw, and it doesn't work. Back when I was newer, especially. You don't actually run into Akuma players that much in Third Strike. He's not a very played character. Most people who would play Akuma probably play Ryu and Ken. Nice! What a fucking wild game. Look at all these P's on the screen. That's, yeah, such a difficult situation. I found a Rolento combo. This is so sad. This is so sad. I like labbed it and I was like, this isn't going in the video. It was Jump Roundhouse Ultra. Jump Roundhouse Ultra 2. That's the only way I can find to combo to either of Rolento's Ultras. Oof. That was a quick round. And it didn't even do that much damage. It needed the counter hit to break 500. I don't remember the exact damage, but it was like 514 or something like that. Which means that without a counter hit, Rolento, I don't think he can break 500 damage without a counter hit or super. He's just got nothing in the way of combo extensions. Ibuki has really disappointing combo extensions too. I found a really garbage combo and it still made it into the video just because I couldn't find anything better. Jump Roundhouse, Low Fierce, Ultra 2. I said Ibuki and then Spab appeared in the chat. Like summoning a demon. Red Parry. It's got better conversions too, right? I said the way too really weird there. It's like in Ultra, if you get a max range Rolento low jab, I shouldn't say max range, even like mid range Rolento low jab, it doesn't go to anything. Maybe EX. No, I don't remember what it goes to. It's not much. I think the EX Rekka has more range than Omega, so you've got like a conversion from farther out. Top 3 SF games. This one 3 times. Oh yeah, Light Rekka.
Are you ready? Go.
$17 parries. One of the hits of Chun-Li's... Oh, beautiful. Love that combo. One of the hits of Chun-Li's the leg portion whiffs on lots of characters for their parry animation. Like the Daigo parry was only 17 parries. Oro has to do 19 parries. I've got to parry the whole ass thing, even though I'm short. Oh no. What was I gonna say? I forgot.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Q has to red parry the final hit. What the fuck? Thanks, Capcom. It's a fucking red parry for him and a blue parry for the rest of the cast. Oh yeah, top 3 Street Fighter games. Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 4 Omega. Is my unironic answer. Not in that order though. Probably 3, then 5, then Omega. Maybe 3, then Omega, then 5. No, probably 5, then Omega. I get moody though. Sometimes I feel like one or the other. I haven't played Omega in a bit. I'm like one of few Omega proponents though. One thing about it that I love, I will never stop singing this praise, is that you can leave it for a long time and go back to it, and because it has easy links, you can still hit all your combos. Which is one of my big complaints with Ultra, is you have to be in practice. Sad. When are we going to have that second Omega League where every time a character wins an Omega Cup, they're banned from future Omega Cups, and we just work backwards? 44 Omega Cups until all characters are banned, and then we never play the game again. Spab will get Ibuki banned in the first tournament, and then I'll get Elena banned in the second tournament. And then Sefric will get Blanca banned in like the 30th tournament. Who will be the last character banned? Ooh, there's a TC. There it was. Elena Mirror. Jesus. We'll need a rule about that. But I don't want to say character lock. Maybe winner's bracket character lock.
You win. Are you ready? Go.
Ah. Double character lock. And whichever one gets more use gets banned. I don't think it really matters. I think we could just, you know, whatever happens, happens. And just, you know, just agree not to collude.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Yes, it does. It does change based on range. But I don't think that's why people usually mess it up. People usually just mess it up because it's, you know, one frame post freeze. So you just gotta nail a super hard parry. Not much more to it than that.
Final round. Engage.
Most supers aren't that fast in this game, but most supers don't get parried. Dudley's kind of unique in that he does the super in neutral a lot, like as like a post anti-air, like part of an anti-air. The knee bash throw. I read Strider and I couldn't think of who that was, and then I saw 801 and I was like, oh yeah, 801 Strider. Remember him? Remember Skullzer? 801 Strider versus Skullzer is maybe the best USF4 match of all time. Or was that even USF4? I don't remember what era that was. But that's like a serious candidate for best Street Fighter match. I'm not even joking. It was like important that that happened, you know what I mean?
Prepare to strike. Now.
Sometimes you just need to ground how good these players are. The best matches are the ones that start discussions. Remember FSB versus Gandhi? That was a pretty bad match, but it started a pretty good discussion. Gamer B. Those are the days. Yeah, I really strongly feel that Gamer B has no main in SF5. I feel like there's no one there to entice him to play. That's probably it. It was at Evo. So yeah. If you've never seen that match before, go watch it. It's great. I am. Wasn't there Gamer being a Cali for a while? It's obviously Gamer beat Cammy. But I just feel like there's no like character like that he enjoys playing. And if there was, then you know. What do you mean you're hyped for the OSF4 video? Which one? They're done. They're on my YouTube. They're over. Yeah, I already put them up. Go look at them. Yeah. I made them today and today. Punko Dan is great. Punko's Abigail, I think, was really cool. Punko's the kind of person who can win in neutral, but also he'd rather just roll his face across his stick. You know what I mean? Like, I actually feel like he's got some of the best neutral of any player. Maybe not some of the best, that's really strong. He's like very easily like top like half of 1% among players. I don't know whether he's top 10% among pros. Probably. But also he wants to shame you. He wants you to give you a match that you're embarrassed to remember. That's the way that Punko plays. Wow. There was probably a juggle there, but I don't know what. Stay medium kick. All heals are the fun kind of heals. Oh, that was an awkward looking Tatsu. Not too bad of a punish. It's hard to get much more than that. Nice, this is over, right? Yeah, juggle. I think that was the right juggle, but it didn't kill. Alright, cool. That's like the best case scenario for Necro. F-Champ is the not fun kind of heal. Whoa. You're right. Punko Seth was. It really was a match made in heaven, wasn't it? That's a character who can like play solid neutral, but also like embarrass you. Mine's not a heal. If I was gonna balance this game, I would nerf Yan and Chun a little teeny bit. Just a smidge. I want everyone to be on the level of Akuma, who is only very marginally worse than the two of them. Akuma's the goal. If I was going to rebalance this game, I might even try to rebalance it. I might just try and remove some bad matchups. So, you know, still a rebalance, but like I don't know if I'd try to move characters up or down. Ken, I would probably... Okay, here's my change list with Ken. You might like it. I would probably lower the damage of jab DP a little bit. I would probably greatly increase the range of medium and heavy DP. And I would probably give 1 extra frame of lax to the Kara DP. I would make it so it's like a 2-frame juggle instead of a 1-frame juggle. And then I would be done with Ken. Ken would be fine. And just those changes. Ken would mostly be balanced by removing -3 stuff from other characters. You don't need to change Ken that much. Ken is fine. SA1 and SA2, shit. Okay, I would probably buff both of them. Back forward, the King to Super is fine. Ken can have that. That's A-okay. In fact, I might make it work with another Super. Maybe work with SA1. I don't know. You guys suddenly have all these questions. The only reason I answered Ken was because it was very simple. I wouldn't change Ken much at all. Ryu, I probably wouldn't change at all. I don't know if I'd change a single damn thing. Maybe I give him a fake fireball just for the lulz. HD Remix style. Ryu, I can't think of any changes that he's super, like... he'd super love. Oh yes, low forward EX Donkey Kick. It already has a pretty good Phantom Hitbox. It could be bigger. I don't give a shit. If the first set of SA2 connects, all of SA2 connects. Donkey Kick, less recovery. Ooh, maybe something with Tatsus. I gotta think about that. More damage. Are you guys ready? More damage on Hadoken. Make that shit hurt. Make it do like twice as much as it does right now. Regular ass Hadoken. It's perfect, right? Don't even buff its data or anything. Just fucking give it more damage. Katsu's hit crouch. I want like ST levels of Ryu Fireball damage. I want Ryu's Fireball to do like 10% of the opponent's Dizzy Bar by itself. And then I want it to do like whatever, like double the damage it does now. Give me a beefier Hadoken. Hadoken is the weak point. If you're looking at Ryu's kit, Hadoken is obviously the weak point. He has Red Fireball, it's the EX one. No, I don't want Hadoken to be a combo ender per se. I just want like low forward Fireball to do more damage. More pushback on low forward Fireball might be alright too. I want people to look at Ryu's fireball damage and be like, oh, that's kind of high, isn't it? Like that. I want them to have that exact reaction. That's the most Ryu change I can think of. Just make his fireballs hurt. The guy combo I got almost instantly. While I was testing it, it was quite hard to get all the hits of Jump Roundhouse. I probably only got it like 1 out of 5 attempts. But then the rest of the combo I just hit free. Fireballs are just really bad in SF3. You see all of Ryu's other tools in fairly regular use. But his non-EX fireball is just bad. There's no purpose for it. Up close, it's just not very damaging, and also minus. And, you know, generally unrewarding. Weak to parries. Far away, it's especially weak to parries, and albeit not risky, it just gives the opponent meter and does nothing for Ryu. He can't really use it to control space in any meaningful way. Remy does need another special move. Remy needs like a launcher. And I'm not talking about Crouch Fierce, although I'm sure everyone immediately pictured it. I meant like a launcher special. I think that's probably accurate. That dash in looked so awkward. He was already almost next to Dudley. Very, very meaty. It was parried. Universal Overhead is pretty bad if it's parried. It's often even unsafe on block. Immediate, it's not. He's just like, I don't want to parry it. The parry's pretty easy if you get the pre-freeze parry, which he did. But it's, you know, there's always the possibility of dropping it. And you always got to punish if you block it. His punish wasn't actually very good though. He did just sweep. Cool. Less reliant on charge seems to be the really easy thing to do. A really, really easy change for Remy would be a tiny amount of meter build on throwing a fireball, and then more if it's blocked or hits. A little bit more hit stun on the fireballs might be alright too. SA1 is still good for Remy. I actually think I like SA1 more than SA2 for Remy, but that's me. You can make an argument for either super pretty easily. SA2 is usually the one you see in top level play. Yeah, you see them both in top level play. It really depends on the matchup and the player. Urian's Crouch Fierce is just a lot better than Remy's Crouch Fierce, I feel. The counter is SA3. It's bad. I made a whole video on how bad it is. You can react to that normal and low parry it, but most Necros never touch it, so I doubt most people would be ready to react to it. Imagine if Hadouken did Ryu's optimal Dizzy. You'd see it so much in fucking post-engine when you're trying to chase down that stun. Right now, Ryu only has like a few attacks that actually do good Dizzy. The red! That's safe unless you red parry, and then you always have to double parry just in case. It's not a super risky red parry. Most of the damage is it's kind of high damage. Yeah, even if he anti-airs with it, it's still the same. I think all moves that launch have the same juggle. They create the same juggle state on mid-air or airborne hit. The thing about Urian's Crouch Fierce is that it only launches on the second hit. So when you anti-air with it and you get both hits, normally the first hit doesn't launch. So that one's JP3 versus JP2 on grounded versus mid-air hit, I think. But it's just because it's 2 hits. Yes, red parries are pretty rare. It depends. There's certain scenarios where you see red parries and they're not too weird. Like every now and then people will like block a jump in and then red parry the grounded normal. And that's not very hard. And it's also Generally a red parry.
Are you ready? Go.
I don't know what Remy needs. It's a hard call. He obviously needs something. The charge reliance is a big issue for him. The fireballs having to charge is no problem because they're mostly just a neutral toll. But the flash kick needing charge is a big issue because that means you can't do like a parry into a flash kick combo unless it's from Crouch Fierce, and that combo is just like it's just so restrictive that you've got to go that exact sequence.
Are you ready? Go.
No. There's a lot of stuff in this game that's red parryable that people just don't do. Nice combo. Every time you ever see Ken's overhead and it's blocked, the second it can be red parried to make it unsafe. And how rarely do you see that? People never do that. Red parries are just hard to do. And they're also kind of scary to do, which is the reason people learn them so slowly. It's because you have to like kind of risk taking a lot of damage oftentimes. Nice. Okay, man, grab on Remy feels kind of nasty. SA2 juggling properly would be nice. I don't know how the fuck you could save SA3. I don't think it can be salvaged. I think SF3 Arranged Edition, Forward Strike Arranged Edition didn't even try. Can start combos red parryable, but it's kind of iffy because you could red parry it and then he can still cancel it. You could red parry Ken's start combo and then he could just jab DP you. No, Mr. Gene. Because you'll be hit standing. And the overhead link only works on block or on crouch hit. So there's no danger of eating a super. Giving SA3 no super flash would fix like one of the more minor issues with that super, honestly. There's so many other things wrong with it. The fact that you can't confirm it is critical. To make that super even worth considering, it needs to do like 60% of the opponent's life bar. Nice. Oh, I love that move. Light spinning hook is like +1, I think. So you can just go nuts with it. The opponent has to parry it. Very nice. The risk to mashing parries constantly is very obvious in Third Strike. But it's really cool what they do to the game because you can just have scenarios. You can have like a character who has like a fast plus unblock thing that they can just spam over and over. And it's okay. Anyone remember the debacle with Raiden and MKX? That was X, right? I don't even remember. Was that MK11? I think it was MKX. Raiden had like the fastest mid in the game or whatever. Or one of the fastest mids in the game. And it was like safe or plus or something like that. And he could literally, like if the character didn't have like a fast enough normal, he could just make them block it again and again and again and there was like no escape. Something like that. I haven't thought about that in a long time. Most of the in Mortal Kombat, most of the fastest attacks in the game are highs, so you can just duck them on a read. But Raiden had like a really fast mid Why is Gil banned? Have you ever seen Gil gameplay? Have you seen a human play Gil? Have you even fought the at the end of the game? Yeah, first of all, he's banned because you literally can't even pick him at character select. Second, he's not even playing the same game as the rest of the cast. Gil can comfortably kill any character in the game off of like any punish without meter. Comfortably is a bit strong. Sometimes it'll take 2 combos, not necessarily 1. I think it's 1 character, 1 combo on any character with if you do have meter. And also, yeah, his meter's broken. He always brings 3 supers into the match. And all his supers are pretty stupid. The best one is the one that people would probably guess would be the worst one, which is the Meteor Super. Seraphic Wing is kind of slow, and mostly suited to chipping people out, I think. You can't combo into it, except from Dizzy. Yeah, Force Strike had Gil as a playable character. He's pretty neat. He had like a move that froze the screen. Resurrection is... It depends on the character. You can just hit him out of Resurrection. And if your character has like a decent way to hit him, you can just kill him in Resurrection. But if you fuck it up, if you fuck up your Resurrection punish, like, he's back to full HP, which is, you know, pretty crazy. Whenever I see that emoji, I think of that one post that was like, just kidding, unless. Nice. Wish I had Shadow Low forward on Oro. That super can be really hard for me to punish if I'm not close. I think I have to punish it with like EX Uppercut if I'm like far away. It's horrible. Nice. Yeah, exactly. Unless. Legendary pose. I don't even remember if that fucking emoji was used in that. It just makes me think of it. Elena's healing is fine in this game, I feel. It's like pretty viable as in almost any matchup. It's not really broken versus anyone except maybe Hugo. And just because Hugo's fucking full screen options are so shitty. And honestly, I don't even think Elena Hugo is like A2 or anything. It might be 7-3. I don't think so. Probably it's 6-4 in Elena's favor, I would guess. Went for double DP. That combo works with no Kara on Necro, but he was too far away when it started, so he probably did need the Kara. There it is. Oh, it was nothing. Anything to raise awareness of Omega. Is that Goku? That could be anyone. You know what I mean? Toriyama has such a very distinctive way of drawing brows. It's the eyebrows. Go! I love this one. I can't believe Moko's fucking dead. I didn't even know you could get Gil on 30th anniversary, huh? This is a thing? I didn't think he was unlockable in that game. Do you have to like beat the game with everyone or something? Ibuki. Love me some Ibuki play. However, it doesn't eggs. If I went for another Moko emote, which one should I use? I don't even like Toho. Miscellaneous throw range. It's like the third or fourth best car throw in the game, I think. Oof. Alex's is pretty big. Q's is monstrously huge. Chun-Li's is monstrously huge. Hi. Oh, beautiful. Should we punish that? You might say it did. Not super rewarding. Witch's Hat is Marisa. I know, probably somewhere around 20 Tohos. And then I just try and name every single one. There's Yakumo Ran, who lives with another Yakumo, but I don't remember her name. And then also they have a cat, who is also a daughter. Cat daughter. Named Chen. There's Cherno. What's the one that's the frog? What's the frog one's name? Got like fucking eyeball hat. There's Suika, and she's drunk. Suwako. No, I'm not a Toho stan, that's the point. Just through fucking random events, I've managed to learn several Toho's names. There's, let me think. There's like a bunch more I know, but like, I gotta think of the right context. What's the one that's like a wolf? Momiji? Something like that. Oh, woo. Ah, yes, there's Reimu. There's Sakuya. I'm running out of fucking Toho characters. Yakumo Yukari. There's Tewi and what's the other rabbit? Tewi and Raisin, I think. Tewi, we is like an archaic character in Japanese. I'm running out of Tohos. Clearly I can't even name 20. I'm not even trying to name 10. What's the one with like the weird like eyeball fucking rope hanging around her? And she's like crazy maybe. Someone with high Toho knowledge. Satori? I gotta Google that. Oh, I think this is her. Yup. Good work. We did it, Reddit. Ah, that misses on crouching opponents. On most crouching opponents?
Prepare to strike. Now.
Time for me to download immaterial missing power. Cool punish. He punished with the fucking KO ender. Wild. Soku's the good fighting game, isn't it? I don't know if either of them are good. I wonder if there's a juggle there. Probably not. Nice, the red parry. And then he went for a punish right away and Necro supers. That's a scary thing that Necro can do. He can just super cancel even the light one. I feel so bad every single time I eat neutral jump fierce. I don't know why. It's just such a bad feel. It's not a super powerful normal. I just feel like I got hard red every single time like someone meets me midair with the neutral jump. How much would everyone lose their shit if Reimu or Marisa got confirmed for Smash? He lost a lot of meter build for dropping that. Nice combo. Most Yuns don't fuck around with combos like that because they suck to drop. It's like, let me hit a link into stand light kick into fucking light dash punch, and if I drop it, my light dash punch on block, I just die. Isn't there still one Smash character to be announced? Or is it more or is it less? I feel like it's one. I think I heard that. It's like one Smash character left. I'm trying to think who the biggest meme would be. It's fucking Negan from The Walking Dead. That would be hilarious for the ass pain that it would create. Goku would be actually one of the best ones they could do, but they would never do that. But like that would just bring all the fucking memes to life. Where the fuck is Tails and or Knuckles? I was about to joke that they add Minecraft to the game, but then I remembered they already did. And I just felt dumb. Doom Guy? No way. It's just not gonna happen. Not in Smash. Too family friendly. Could be Dante. Don't think so, but it could be. Jenny and Nick All-Stars. No, I don't even know fucking what you're talking about. I kind of know. Is it like Jenny like XJ9? That Jenny? I used to watch that show a little bit. Is she Nickelodeon? I wonder what Japanese people think of fucking XJ9. Like the people who are really into mechs specifically. Not just any random Japanese guy. It's like, hey, check out our Western fucking Robo Girl. They'd probably be hella on it. Nice. The raw super in the middle of opponent's Gane pressure is like very, very decent. Nice. I found out about Terry after the fact, but I think I would have lost my shit a little bit if I watched it live. There aren't that many fighting game characters that would have got that kind of reaction out of me. Terry's one of them. Nice. Nice. Ken probably parried 4 times. I don't really know if there's much of a knockout character left. You know what I mean? I can't think of a single character who's like, Conspicuously missing. Waluigi, I guess, yeah. Unironically. Alright, alright. They reveal the final character. It's Doctor Doom. And his down air is a foot dive that leads to a touch of death on the whole cast. Shadow Kirby. Final character is Fanto, and anyone he's fighting has a key superimposed over their head. Keaton. Kenny Omega. It's fucking SpongeBob. No, it's Patrick as a tie-in for the Patrick Star Show. I found out about that, and like, I'm not like some like huge SpongeBob fan. I used to watch it when I was a kid, but like, it seemed like the most soulless thing I've ever fucking seen. I never really liked Patrick that much, to be honest. Oh, he wanted the first hit to be blocked or parried or something, and then the second hit to dizzy. I haven't actually seen the fucking Patrick Star Show. Oh yeah, Planet Sheen. That's a show that exists. Or maybe existed, I guess. Nice. Whoa, one hit only. See, if I made Ken, he would never get that. That would never happen. Remember that one time that Darth Vader was in Soul Calibur 4? It was pretty funny to think about. That dizzy bar. I remember seeing an opinion piece one time that mentioned that Yoda never should have been seen fighting, and I kind of agree.
Into the heat of battle. Go for
We
it.
should have just been left wondering. I think the idea is all the things that Yoda did in the prequel should have just been Mace Windu. And Yoda maybe could have been present, and that would be it. Honestly, even Yoda being present is kind of bad. Like, I get it, he was there. That's important. But, I remember a criticism of the prequels being that, like, every single thing that happened in all of them was just phoned in. You know what I mean? It was just confirmation of things we already knew. It's not strictly true, but, like, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of bad about that.
You win. Fighters ready. Engage.
Mace Windu needed more scenes in general. There were so many things about his character that could have been a lot better. Did anyone else watch Solo? I kind of liked it. I went in expecting to hate it. And then it was pretty good.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
I watched it on an airplane. Ooh, nice. Great red parry. Who's ready for that kind of shit?
Final round. Go for it.
Too dark, literally.
You win. Prepare to strike. Now.
Solo was another movie where everything that happened was just to confirm things that we already knew. I remember seeing a criticism for that movie that I thought was so funny. I don't remember where it was posted. But it was like, Han Solo just bought his gun. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't need a backstory for the fucking gun. I think Han Solo probably just, like, the Han Solo as envisioned in episode 4 and 5 and whatever. He just walked into a fucking shop and he just bought it. There's nothing special about the gun. He just needed a gun. You don't need to, like, take every single little thing about a character and, like, do something like that. Oh, I hate getting schmixed by this. Oh, no, it looked like he went for that block parry, and he just messed it up. Because he blocked the first hit, then ate the second. Probably a parry attempt on the other direction. Yeah, you guys get it. I couldn't communicate it very well, but everything I'm reading.
You win. Now. Are you ready? Go.
Anyone else think Luke got kind of undermined by the improvements to computer generation and whatnot? The action sequences. One thing I like about one of the only things I like about the sequel trilogy is the lightsaber fights were a lot more muted and realistic. They were very silly in episode 1 through 3. And they were basically just treated like sword fights in 4 through 6. Kind of slow and careful and methodical.
Final round. Go for it.
Oh, it hit midair. Low forward almost never hits midair, and it looks like Dudley tried to parry it. Oof. I don't know who any of these players are. Ken wanted that to be parried, I suppose. Or to hit. Hit also works. Nice.
You win. Are you ready? Go.
I think I had the reaction everyone had in episode 8, where I left the movie not really sure if I liked it or not. And the more I reflected on it, the more I didn't like it. Feels like a lot of lost potential is really the thing. Episode 7, I mostly liked it, but there was just one thing that really pissed me off. Actually, a couple things. I strongly feel that the ending of episode 7, Kylo Ren should have won free. Just completely free. It makes no sense they did it the way they did it. If Kylo won, it would have put a lot of pressure on them. First of all, the fight is interrupted by like the fucking ground opening up, so the winner didn't even matter that much. Second of all, it would have put a lot of pressure on them to actually have to improve themselves if they wanted to like beat him later on in the series. And Kylo could have like dragged out the fight in a realistic way just by like him wanting to die. Being like fucking mad at himself or like confused or whatever from the big event of that movie immediately prior. 8, I very strongly feel that 8 wanted to be safe from spoilers. So they just wrote the plot in a way that like it wouldn't spoil easily. 9, every little thing about it is phoned in, but also like I think they did about as good as they could have to fucking salvage what they had. Aw, Snoke. I forgot about that character entirely. What a letdown. They did a really bad job. It's just clumsy. It's like, wow, this thing's got a real kick, and like all these things about how dangerous this fucking crossbow apparently is. It worked so much better if he just beat them even while injured. And he's like, can't you do better? Some bullshit like that. It's okay to have the heroes lose, if it like, especially if you know you're gonna have a sequel. I read a post one time that made me laugh so fucking hard. It's the line that Vader gives Obi-Wan after they finally meet back up in episode 4. It's like a hilariously bad line. I never really thought about it. It's quite iconic. The circle is now complete, etc. Someone find that line. The thing I read about it, which made me laugh, was it's like Anakin had 4 things he wanted to say, and he was so caught up in the moment that he couldn't decide which one to say, so he just said all 4 of them in a row. It's like he could have said any one. And like every time I watch that scene now, it's like, yeah, that's actually exactly how it feels. They hadn't spoken in fucking who knows how long. 20 plus years. More than that, huh? Yeah, that now I'm the master. All those. It's literally 4 in a row. Someone find the line. Someone look up fucking movie quotes. Yeah, we got way too much, like, exposure later on. I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. Circle is now complete when I left you. I was about to learn, and now I am the master. That's such a hilarious, like, line, retrospectively. Sometimes less is more. Also in that scene, Obi-Wan calls him Darth, which just feels awkward as fuck. Because at the time of episode 4, Darth was just his first name. Or something like that. And now we know Darth is a title. I'm sure someone's like, oh, actually, he's calling him Darth to, like, show disrespect for his dark side affinity. Whoa, it's loud. I'm okay with Darth being a title, but it just feels really weird to go back and hear Darth being used to address him. Like in the rest of the series, it's always like they always just get called by the thing after the Darth. I played Forge Strike a couple times. The stream archives of it on my YouTube. Force powers are too broken. A lot of them are just really hard to go back on. Like I think in the Clone Wars TV show, Jedi can like survive like any fall. I think by like force pushing right before they hit the ground. Some bullshit like that. I don't think that's ever showed up in any of the movies. Maybe it has. Maybe it was in episode 3 somewhere and I just forgot. But there's a lot of scenes of like Jedi falling around awkwardly. I don't know about the canonicity of the Clone Wars show. I think some of the shows were canon, or maybe they were all canon for a long time. I think a lot of them are non-canon now, but there might be one that's canon now. It might be Clone Wars. I watched Star Wars Rebels on TV one time and it was kind of good. I only saw one episode, but I was like, I could watch this. I've never seen Mandalorian, but I think it's canon, right? God, I want to see some fucking incinerator dashes in Star Wars. I want to see fucking triangle jumps. Incinerator dash down towards. Whoa, that looked awkward. Did he want back strong? Thought he was landing on the other side. Necro's Magnetic Storm is pretty good. It's a pretty obnoxious anti-air. And it's very easy to confirm, and the damage is okay. It's not great. It's the fact that you only get 1 bar instead of 2 is a downside over SA3, and SA3's high dizzy output also is nice. So those two things are really... Oh, I forgot all about Sheev memes. Less Sheev. SA2 is kind of a, no, SA2 is just a meme. It's really hard to land as a punish because most moves that are minus push out quite a lot. And the damage is actually not even that great, I don't think. And also you can jump out of it post-freeze, so if it's not a punish, then, you know, it's 100% a meme. But the gimmick is Sheeva's Palpatine's first name. I think it's only in, like, the fucking novels or some bullshit. But I think it's canon. Darth Sidious. His name is Sheev Palpatine. Everyone, when they heard that, they're like, wow, that's the dumbest name imaginable. And so it became like a fucking meme for a long time. Electric Snake has pretty good damage. It's not great. It's mostly just, you know, it's there. You can end most combos with it, so. All of them are good post-parry. I guess the best one post-parry is probably SA1? I don't know. A pile of worms, but he chills in cool armor. That sounds so sick. Sounds like Oogie Boogie. Same dents does look cool, but you can't confirm it very easily, and if you don't confirm it, the opponent can hold up, and Necro recovers really fast so he can back Fierce, but it's just a mix-up scenario, and it's not great. Darth Bane. I was, I don't know if I told you guys this story. I was at a wedding kind of a while ago. It was like 2018 or something. And while I was at the wedding with my friends, I listened to one guy explain, in the mingling, I was listening to a guy explain bin posting to another guy. It was at one of my friends' weddings. And it was just weird as fuck being in real life, listening to someone explain what Bane posting was. I think he gave a pretty good description. I ended up talking to the Bane post explainer later on in the night. He was pretty chill. Damn, you guys are all dank.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
I saw an image macro of the nerd from Polar Express, and the text was like, "Why the fuck is no one laughing when I play Soviet anthem ear rape on the bus?" Or like some bullshit like that. I think about that when I think about people fucking explaining memes in real life. That was a regular uppercut getting stuffed by low short. Know-it-all kid. What's funny is I've seen that movie twice and I don't remember a thing about it. It's like one of my mom's favorite Christmas movies for whatever reason. So she like watches it every Christmas. I think they get to the North Pole or whatever, and then I think something bad happens and Christmas is almost canceled, but they save it. I could just be making that up though. Or maybe I'm thinking of fucking all of the other reindeer or some bullshit like that. Or every Christmas movie where it's like, get to Christmas, get to the North Pole, and then Christmas is almost canceled, then they save it. Necro can kind of zone. I don't know any of the players. He can rush down. Everyone just rushes down by default in Third Strike. There's only like 2 characters that don't rush down. It's like Chun-Li and fucking Remy. And then maybe Yanabe's trying to build meter. That's like a grand total of the characters who don't rush down. Depends on the matchup too. Like you can have a Turtle Akuma, especially versus a character like Hugo or something like that, or Q.
Prepare to strike. Now.
But I don't really like thinking about like character archetypes much in Third Strike because it's just the way that the game is played is just much more aggressive. Thinking about character archetypes is just kind of pointless. The Tim Allen ones, the Santa Claus. I think I've seen Santa Claus 1, but I was a kid. I don't think I've seen any of the others. I watched a bunch of Jimmy Neutron. It was on TV when I was a kid. Or like a teen. I don't remember.
You win. Now for battle. Fighters ready. Engage.
I don't know my mom's favorite movie. It might be Top Gun. Pretty base favorite movie in my opinion. She's probably just hot for Tom Cruise. And actually, now that I say that, I think she's seen all the Mission Impossible, so she probably actually is.
Are you ready? Go.
Tom Cruise has never been in a bad movie. Prove me wrong. Name one bad Tom Cruise movie.
Final round. Engage.
I'm gonna be that dank memer who says that my favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard. Which I guess it is.
You win. Now for battle.
My second favorite Christmas movie is Lethal Weapon. And my third favorite Christmas movie is Jaws 4. Let's have a fucking let's watch. Let's have a fucking Bath movie night of Jaws 4. My favorite Christmas game is Santa Bowling 1 and 2 for Nintendo DS.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Or maybe it's Christmas Bowling 1 and 2, I don't remember. Home Alone 2. That's a good one. Is it Elf Bowling? Was it Christmas in Die Hard 2 as well? I feel like it was winter, but I remember it was Christmas. I feel like Lethal Weapon 2 might have had like winter as well. I don't remember actually. I don't remember anything about Lethal Weapon 2 except the fucking straitjacket scenes and also it's just been revoked. But I gotta admit that it's just been revoked as, you know, a standalone reason to have the movie. It depends on the character. Some characters have good super jumps, some characters don't. Necro's not crazy. You could use it to escape a corner maybe. Super jump into a high drill. Dudley's super jump is only barely bigger than his regular jump. but you still use it. I super jump as Zoro all the fucking time. Dash parry. Man after my own heart. Lariat? Like Hugo's Lariat? It's bad. It has no point. It's horrible. Even the light one is bad, but I think you can combo the light one after like Ultra Throw sometimes, and it's optimal if you're like on certain screen positions. Not the light one, one of them. And then also I think you can combo the light one after Heavy Clap, but usually you've got something better you can do. Oh, Alex. Oh, it's like it's also shitty. Towards Fierce, Alex towards Fierce. It's good for Akara. It gives him huge range on his car throw. Hugo's Lariat's bad, yeah. The EX one is used for completing combos. And that's it. Alex's towards Fierce is occasionally used for like certain juggles because it goes kind of far at a decent speed. And you can use it to anti-air, but it's kind of scary if it gets parried, but it's not a horrible anti-air. It's mostly just a kind of underwhelming move. It's not horrible. There aren't that many places where it's optimal. Wow, look at that. Yeah, nice and safe. Didn't want to fuck around. It's like I'm going to block the super, and then I'm going to just reversal super back. Yeah, it's bad even in SF3. Oh, you're talking about it being good. The fact that it has unlimited armor is like a meme. Occasionally it's useful. I'm not going to say it's useless. The EX one is, it's not, you got, there are places where it's good for the EX Lariat. Regular Lariat, there's like no purpose for the medium and heavy one. And it's like hard to even think of like, you know, what it could do. Lack of Alex's Lariat? What do you mean? He still got it. In fact, it's a lot better. Oh, wait. The other way around. Like, you came from 5 to 3. And you were like, wow, this fucking... I wish I still had SF5 Lariat. I get it. I reversed that in my head. It makes so much more sense. Yeah, there's armor on it, EX Elbow and SF5, but also it kind of sucks. So don't let that sell you on it. It's not terribly fast, and it's really unsafe on block. Like, really unsafe. Like, any character in the game can just punish it.
Are you ready? Go.
Yes. At any level, they will punish you. Because they'll probably just throw you or something like that at bronze. The reason it's so unsafe is because you can use it to armor stuff. So it's like a reversal. Yeah, these are archive matches. That's a big difference, and that's a good reason that it would be unsafe. You can make it safe with VS2 and 2 bars. You know about that? With VS2 and 2 bars, Alex is, you can cancel the EX / elbow to EX stomp, which is like plus, I think, or something. Nice. And I think it's a combo on hit too. Or maybe on hit you just go into EX knee drop instead. Yeah, 2 bars in V-Skill. There are a lot of characters who have something like that. It's kind of funny. Balrog can do that too, actually. Balrog can do, if he's in V-Trigger 1, he can do his EX Screw Smash, which is an armored advancing move, and normally very unsafe. And then he can cancel it to dash punches to make it safe. That one's a lot cheaper. It's just 1 bar plus a little bit of trigger use. I like VS2 a lot for Alex. It's very interesting. It's very fun too. I would pick it instead of VS1 on principle in every matchup just because it's cooler. Yes, Giannis pulled out a couple EX uppercuts. Giannis EX moves are so rare. They're alright. EX up kick is alright. EX shoulders, I don't know if it's good or not. Occasionally you see it in corner combos and it's decent there, I think. EX dash punch, I don't know if I've ever seen. I think you can space it to be safe more easily than the other dash punches. Ooh, the mid-air. Yeah, and then immediately the reset. Oh, another reset. He's having fun. A lot of meter back for this, yup. Because of the reset. God, this Yun is just playing. I wouldn't have even spent that meter. Look at the fucking health bars.
Final round. Now.
I love the EX uppercut to regular uppercut. This should kill? Yeah.
You win. For battle. Fighters ready. Engage.
Oh, look at that. Pretty beefy. 3 hits only. Was that heavy electricity? I think heavy electricity will get 3, 4, or 5 hits depending on who you do it on. I used to own Capcom Fighting Evolution. It's quite an interesting game. I'd love to see more competitive footage of it. I one time did a competitive dive on it, like to just see what was up, see how people played. And everyone I remember looking at was playing, I think Anacaris. I don't remember. Yes, that is the game with Ingrid. 1 of 2.
You win. Alright, that's cool. Now. Are you ready? Go.
Wonder if there's a pickup there. Probably. Hard to do though. I think the third strike characters might have been OP, and then the Darkstalkers characters. I think that was it.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Also, one thing I forgot about that game is you choose 2 characters and then bring 1 in. I guess that's to remove counterpicking or something, but it's just kind of weird. Like, you can just pick 2 characters. At the start of every round, you choose who comes in, I think. Or maybe it's the start of every match. So you can just pick, like, you know, fucking Chun-Li and Bison, and you're not even a Bison player, you can just pick Chun-Li every single time. But you have to pick 2 characters to load out. Okay. I like that, actually. He was ready to go for the parry immediately after the successful overhead. Tessa wasn't even in Capcom Fighting Evolution. But they should bring her back. She's only been in, like, I think Super Gem Fighter. And then maybe she was selectable in fucking Puzzle Fighter 2 or something like that. I don't remember. Red Earth is one of, I think, 3 CPS3 games alongside this game and JoJo, right? Oh, she was in SVC. Whoo, I forgot about that. SVT has the coolest roster ever. With fucking MMZ0 and Hugo. And fucking Dimitri. Everyone was such a cool pick. The Mars person.
You win.
I played that game one time in an arcade, and I picked Hugo, who was at the time my main in Third Strike. This was a very long time ago, 2006. And they were shitty. Or I was shitty at it. Would be more accurate. I couldn't make an assessment on whether it was shitty or not. I tried to play Hugo like I played him in Third Strike and nothing worked. I remember playing MVC 2 in an arcade, and I tried to figure out the supers, and what I would do is I did like I did like down forward, like hard kick, or what I thought was hard kick, and it was like tag, and so I got like a snapback. And I like kept trying different stuff, and I couldn't find the fucking supers. And it's like quarter circle forward, like 2 punches or whatever. Or 2 kicks, or whatever the character does. I could make videos now assessing whether SVC is shitty. Because now I've got the fucking, the eye. Zero's like canon top tier. Like if you're going to adjust the characters by like who was in canon strongest, I bet it'd be Zero free. Mid-air hit. Nice. He was that red parry was because he wanted to push Necro into the mirror in some way. I could. EX character taught. I feel like Zero died at the end of Mega Man X1. And then also X5? I don't remember. I think he died in one of the other X5. Yeah, one of the other X games. And then I think that the Zero in Mega Man Zero is not the same Zero, right? I think that was a plot point of Mega Man Zero 1? Or maybe 3? I don't remember. But I think there's an original Zero body, and then the Zero that you're playing as is not that body. Oops, all zeros. I think you killed the original Zero. I think he's one of the villains. Rebuilt an X2. Walnut is on the moon to this day. Sad to think about. I've never streamed Mega Man Legends 2. I beat it once long ago and I loved it. I remember it was pretty hard. That's one of the reasons I'm a little bit nervous to go back to it. Like some of the Hunter exams I remember having a lot of problems. And there's like one where you have to like defend a port was being attacked or something like that I just remember struggling a lot with. That spelling of segue upsets me. Nice, beautiful. Someone show this man how to fucking spell segue. Maybe it'll be me. Maybe I'll do it. This is how you spell segue. Now you know. It's one of those moves. I mean moves. One of those words. It's like key. It's just like key. Like the nautical word key. No, not that key. That's a Q. This one. Yeah, that one. Key. It's one of those words where everyone thinks it's 2 different words, but actually it's the same word. And no one just realizes. I know, dude. What's going on? Rendezvous? It's the fucking French. They do that shit so much. Every fucking French word is nonsense. They don't even try to pronounce their own fucking language. Something went wrong there. I think he wanted a cross-up elbow. I mean, not elbow, shoulder. Yes. I would like pay good money for that. To C-roll stream. I couldn't tell when I should stop reading that.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Italians are better. Listen with Beth. Italians are better than French. French people are actually based. Colonel. When is the next Cooking with Beth? What should I make? First post decides what I make for the next Cooking with Beth. Unless it's stupid, in which case I'll ignore it. Dick. And then spaghetti. Do you guys really want to watch me cook spaghetti? You know how to cook spaghetti. There's no way I could make cooking spaghetti interesting.
Prepare to strike. Now.
French toast sounds kind of good. These nuts is not really a suggestion. Rare candy. That's made out of berry juice. Beijing duck. Damn, there's a lot of these. Making spaghetti sauce from scratch is kind of interesting. Boiled milk. How do you make boiled milk? Do you just boil milk? Is it that easy?
Are you ready?
French toast was like the only suggestion where I was like, maybe. Pasta's so boring in a cooking video. You know how to make pasta. Should I make spaghetti carbonara? That dash punch looked kind of awkward. I think if that was blocked, it would have been unsafe. Miso. Tempting.
Final round. Engage.
Make my own pasta, like fucking, you know, from wheat. You know, I'm gonna fucking make my own spaghetti. Every time I see risotto, I think of fucking Risotto Nero. Is that his name? I don't even remember. Can't wait to see the Sports Max fight. In Part 6 TV show. Part 6 anime.
Are you ready? Go.
A grilling stream. It's Ryu, my favorite. Part 6 is character driven. All the storytelling is extremely stupid. But all the characters are extremely great. You will not convince me otherwise. Fucking love the cast of Part 6.
Fighters ready.
It maybe has the strongest cast of any part. Beautiful. Oh, he didn't even jump. He's afraid. You have time to jump, dude. Part 2 probably has the weakest cast. No, Part 1 has the weakest cast. Free. And I don't even dislike Jonathan. Part 2 was just like 3 characters.
Now.
Jolene's fucking extremely great. Jolene is maybe my favorite JoJo. A lot of people like to call her Jotaro but a girl, but I really feel like that's not true. Who is Seven's main cast? Seven is also like 2 characters. Yeah, there's Lucy gets a lot of screen time. Part 2 felt so apologetic to the Nazis.
Fighters ready. Engage.
I'm happy. I want JoJo in Part 2. Jury is apparently based on Jolene. Also, Rose has another student who's never appeared in the games, but like exists in the lore, and it's literally just Joseph Joestar, which is kind of funny. Other student, as in like besides Minot. Being apologetic to Nazis used to be funny, but now there's too many people in the world who are actually genuinely apologetic to Nazis. No, it's not funny anymore. Those were the days when the Nazis were just the bad guys and we didn't have to think twice on it. Ooh, yo. That parry. He didn't even win. Those hits are so far apart. You gotta wait an hour. That same jab. Back catches were good. Ooh! Yum was safe there, I think, but the parry was really smart. Because, you know, Yum was obviously going to tap a button there. Obscure never used target combo in SF3. Probably Remy jab short. Off the top of my head. Is probably the most obscure. I don't know if it's the least used, though, because that one occasionally sees use. Let me think. The least used is probably one of them suicidal ones. There's like probably an air TC that you'd never see. So it's not very good. Maybe like Elena. What is it? No, she didn't even. Her air TC is kind of good. I think she only has the one. Alex short forward. No. Probably a short roundhouse is worse than short forward. Makoto's towards forward roundhouse start combo. It's pretty bad. Probably a candidate for one of the worst ones. Obscure and worst are very different questions, I feel. Dudley probably has one that sees next to no use somewhere. Most Sean's actually use that TC a lot. Just because, like, you know, it's one of the premier reasons to play Sean at all. It's definitely bad, but you know it's Sean, so. Dudley towards jab strong. That's a real candidate for the worst, or for the least used TC. And it's on a character with a shitload of TCs, so like it's very possible you wouldn't know about that one. I love how he's got two different TCs from jabs. You've got like the jab. What even is it? Jab strong forward or something, and then also towards jab towards strong. Something like that. This one. I think the they were pretty good about preserving TCs in SF4. There are only a few that aren't there. Ooh, that didn't hit properly. Dudley in particular had one TC that was completely useless in a game without parries. I think low short stand forward. Was it that one or was it a different one? One of Dudley's TCs in SF4 does fucking chip damage. And it's just like, huh? It's so weird. It's just a normal that does like 4 damage in chip. It looks completely out of place with the rest of the game. Beautiful! It was the far EX Tatsu, so it was 3 parries. If it's close, it's 5, and they're like instant. Reversal something got stuffed. Ryu had to hold the mix up there. That's a really hard scenario to survive because that EX Tatsu will get more hits if Ryu's close. But it was pretty obvious that it was the far version of the EX Tatsu, so it was just 3 parries at kind of a delayed timing. Oh, fail tackle. I remember when I was first playing Mortal Kombat, the normals in that game do chip and it caught me off guard. Jin's fiery normals, like Jin's Hotome? I was picturing Jin from Tekken. Ryu gets a stupid one-frame link. It's towards Fierce into EX uppercut. It only into EX. Regular uppercuts are too slow. And it's a one-frame link for the EX uppercut. Most technical character in SF3 is probably these two characters right here. Which one is more technical is hard to say. Probably Urian. I don't even know if far short combo is still hard Oniyama. But theoretically, yes. It would require like charge partitioning and also a one-frame unblinkable link. I said unblinkable about this game. A one-frame link. I never played Forward Strike competitively, so I can't talk about it. I've heard Aura's really good in it, so you know, that's kind of neat. Chicken combo works on all characters. And forward throw exists. Also Super 1 is a lot better. Although I wouldn't call that a huge factor. The thing about Super 1 for Oro is that it takes stuff away. You lose like the launcher and shit. Yeah, the low! All the schmixes worked. Urian was in a super bad place if either of those were blocked. I know what changes I would give Oro. Nerfs I would give Oro. And a third strike rebalance. It's not an activate in forward strike. It's just like you do it and then he does it once and that's that. And the meter is short as shit. Reuse towards Fierce links into regular DP on crushing opponents. And it's also an easier link into EX DP on crushing opponents. I don't remember who made Forward Strike. Bunch of random Japanese pros, probably. Yeah, the Super 2 link, I should have mentioned that because that's actually like the best thing about it. The Super 2 link is actually halfway decent. Towards Fierce is still a bad normal, but like it's very easy to confirm into Super 2, and Super 2 is hard to confirm. It's also a pretty high damage route. Most Ryus don't really use EXTP, but you can. Maybe. Oh yeah, you can piano the Super 2 link, so it's easy. That's a big difference too. What are his 2 skills? One of them is like the booger. What's the other one? It's like the booger but tiny. Oh yeah, little hop. I forgot all about that, the KKB. I forgot that was the thing. I'd probably just pick Yagyo. I'd rather do Yagyo. My opinion was extremely positive on all those changes. They were very knowledgeable changes. There's like stuff I'd like to see pros play and see what they think of it. DPing the mirror is not that bad of an idea. Because if you hit the mirror and Urian's in the mirror, you'll hit Urian too. And then if you get hit, if you bounce off the mirror, it's usually not too bad, although it depends. Nice. This like neutral jumping with threats of dive kick is so scary. Nice, that was probably still a punish. Maybe. Oh, this could turn around, this could turn around. Yeah. I thought that was over. But he did fucking towards strong instead of low fierce.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Good presence of mind to block. Of course, Yun's gonna try and go for something really aggressive. I think that just a third strike rebalance is just something that should never happen, to be honest. What should happen is an SF 3.4. Or just a new parrying Street Fighter. You guys see that Ed Boon tweet? Oh, that was a failed tackle. That towards forward. Ed Boon like tweeted, why'd that fall out? What? Ed Boon like tweeted, which is your favorite like SF game or retro SF game or something like that. And Street Fighter 3 won pretty handily.
You win. Are you ready? Go.
Street Fighter 3 groove, Street Fighter 4 groove, Street Fighter 5 groove sounds like a dream game. Yeah, bring back isms, and I think that no one will complain. The stones were pretty sloppy in NBCI, but I actually did really like that system.
Strike. Now.
I wish Space Stone wasn't so good. And I guess I wish Mind Stone wasn't so bad. But like the entire idea was really cool.
Final round. Now.
Very nice. Timing looks good. Never mind, it was actually too early. It's usually alright even if the timing's early though. Jump strong for the extra parry and then maybe the dizzy too. Oh, dizzy's no longer a factor for Urian. Yuri's gotta fight this one out. Still winnable. He was trying to low short under the mirror. Great placement on the mirrors. Yeah, it was hopeless. Whatever you did was an automatic loss, so it was definitely dumb, but like there was like no good way out of that. It was ogre.
Prepare to strike.
Damn, I just had a tweet liked by Bolt Strike. Like that Bolt Strike? Ooh, someone improved my Seth combo. Oh, EX Uppercut traded with a fucking regular ass meaty. There's nothing special about tackle. EX Uppercut must lose invincibility. on the first active frame.
Fighters ready. Engage.
What are your thoughts on the placement of extra buttons on a fight stick? Fuck it. Remember Full Schedule? Remember the meme? All that shit? Remember when all that was going down? In like NBC3 era? There was like a guy who was like, I think at the time a nobody, who like did really well at an NBC3 event, and everyone was talking about whether he had macros or not because he had a stick with like fucking 30 buttons on it.
Final round. Now.
Oh, the second hit of down Pierce missed. I don't remember the whole controversy about that. I just remember when it was happening. I think Full Schedule, they got him playing on like a regular stick and he was still really good. There was like, it was like, there's no way this random should be able to beat us with these ultra hard combos. And also the stick is hella sus, end quote. Because that's how people talked in 2013.
You win.
It ended. That one was shorter. A lot of the more recent Acho videos have aura thumbnails, and I'm just so sad that I'm not watching those ones because I'm too busy watching these old ones. I don't give a shit. I don't even play on stick. You can put your buttons wherever they're comfortable. I wish I was a stick that was easier to just put buttons wherever. No, I'm really sad I'm not watching him. Probably make my aura better. I used to watch auras for inspiration on how to play. And now I just almost never see good aura footage. But like, aura's the kind of character where creativity goes a really long way. I learned new stuff from, a lot. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just worried I'm gonna fucking... I want to watch them all eventually. If I don't watch these older ones, I'm worried I'm gonna forget. Yeah, Roshi's really famous about Saiyambu use. And his Saiyambu is mad good. Whoa, was that a cross-up? No way. That doesn't cross up, does it? No way. That perfectly meaty drill that landed on the other side. Very tricky. It was meaty there. Oh, we got the combo? No. Yeah, didn't block. Combo only on crouch. Very nice. Super. Excuse me. Oh, he did that raw. He was YOLOing. Not a bad decision, I feel. The Fost low kick or fucking low slash or whatever it is, where he like swings his heel down on you, and it's a low. What's up with that? Ooh, nice. I haven't seen a Fost player in Strive yet, but I haven't seen that much Strive footage. Is he good? Does he work? Bottom 1 in Strive. Oof. I've been hearing people say Anji is bad. Is he bottom 2? Oof. I still like Dudley tier 10 times out of 10. Alright, so we got our bottom 2. I was looking at Giovanni. I was like, I got the game. Pumpkin bought it for me after I looked after his cat for half a week. And I opened it up in open training mode and fooled around a little bit. Is that a punish? Looks like it. The cat was cute, yeah. It's not a cat, it's actually a squirrel, if only you could see it. Well, it was a squirrel when it was a kitten. Now it's like some kind of freakish huge squirrel. It's a super mega long hair cat.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
And with a super bushy tail. I haven't seen that many people playing, I haven't seen any footage of, Kai yet. It's always been like fucking Soul. Or like Chip or fucking Eno. How's Kai? Is Kai alright?
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Yeah, Denshin's like almost certainly the best one. Solid and honest. And also suffering. Honest and suffering are always used interchangeably, aren't they? People always say that about soccer in SF5. It's like, oh, she's honest. Oh, she's suffering.
You win. Now.
At this event, it might just be the last person who fucking put the coin down.
Engage.
Is the order. Name an honest top tier character. Evil Ryu, maybe? He's pretty honest. Here and there. He's got a little bit of dishonesty. Yang, that's a good one. Yang's honest. Virgil. Is Virgil honest? I've seen too many people miss the block on Rapid Slash.
Prepare to strike.
Brawl Marth. Maybe. Mario and Smash. Is Mario even top tier? Melee Marth? I want to say yes, but that grab range is a little sus. Melee Sheik I kind of like more. For a more honest character.
Now. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
ST Ryu. It's pretty good, I guess. Melee Luigi? Ultimate Luigi is kind of grimy.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Yeah, Luigi's not top tier in either game. Luigi's like the worst character who's still viable in Melee, isn't it? I think so, or one of them. Who is the worst character who's still viable? Samus? Where's the cutoff? When do characters become too shitty? Luigi's not even viable. I thought he was about as good as Doc. I thought they were pretty interchangeable. I thought they were like sharing a tier spot. Ganondorf? I don't know if I've ever seen a Ganondorf play in Melee, and I've seen a lot of Melee. Yoshi. Yoshi's very interesting. Little Mac is honest. I played Ganondorf. I played Ganondorf in Melee Brawl and Smash 4. Ironically, I didn't play him in Ultimate, even though he's like way better in Ultimate than like every other game. Yeah, he was garbage in Brawl. Didn't stop me.
Are you ready? Go.
Mostly in Melee, I played Jigglypuff. And now Jigglypuff is the cancer killing the game. I was certain that it would turn out that Ice Climbers would be the cancer killing the game. But now I think Ice Climbers are not even like... People don't even usually talk about them anymore. I think they're still like top 5, right? Maybe?
Fighters ready. Engage.
Oh, no wobbling.
All right, that's cool. Final round. Now.
I guess if you just include all glitches as being legal, Ice Climbers are probably the best character in the game, right? Because I think they can also just lock your character. Can't they? I think so. You just get any sort of life lead and then like... any sort of stock lead and then just glitch your opponent out of the match. Wait for the time to run down.
You win. Now. Prepare to strike. Now.
Now I think about it, you can still damage them when they're doing that, right? They just don't go anywhere? Or am I making that up? I haven't thought about it in a long time. I think you have to throw them to free them, right? So you can like just do that at any point you land a throw and then get someone to like super high percentage and then kill them. So it's like good even if you're losing. That's pretty broken.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
So I guess the game did kind of evolve into Ice Climbers being the best character.
Final round. Go.
There's so many just random NES characters you can bring back. Pit makes a lot of sense. Because he had a modern game coming out and also like he was in not just one random game. He was like a named character. The Duck Hunt dog makes a lot of sense because he's just very iconic and famous. But like Ice Climbers just do not make sense.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Reminded that Captain Falcon's first name is Douglas. How does that make everyone feel? How do you feel about knowing about Douglas Falcon? Is that blessed or cursed knowledge? I'm alright with it. Oh. That can combo. Renos is okay. Against Dudley, I don't know. Is there an instance of the character with a first and last name in Zelda? Do we know that they do double names?
Final round. Engage.
Young Command Grab, he can land, I don't know. It's something like +9 or something. I just made up a number. It's around there. He can walk in a bit and get normals. You can link close forward on some characters, so it must be pretty close. Close forward is not that fast. Ganondorf Dragmire, holy shit. I forgot all about that. Deku Tree, first and last name. Big think right there. Oh yeah, we got the King of Hyrule has a full name in every game, doesn't he? In every game he appears in. Is it Zelda Hyrule? I've like never thought about that, but that's probably her name, isn't it? Link's uncle? I don't even know if he has a fucking first name or last name or anything. Nice. Low strong for the consistency. Dudley was back turned there after the forward throw, so it was kind of weird. That's the worst post I've ever seen. Turns into a toilet. Adding ice climbers is like adding the fucking guy from Balloon Fight. And just calling him Balloon Fight. I had a on my PSP for a really long time. I had an NES emulator and then all NES ROMs because all NES ROMs only take up like 100 megs. And I would play random ones all the time. But I never played more than a few levels of Ice Climbers. This is really boring. I don't like a lot of arcade-style games, ironically. For basing my life around fighting games. There's a lot of cool stuff on NES. You got Dragon Warrior 1 through 4. Kind of cool. You got Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Zelda 1 and 2. Fantastic games. Mario 1 through 3. Mario 2 and 3 are good games. Mario 1 I don't think is that good, but, you know, it was probably good at the time. Mario 2 and 3 are still good to go back to now. Very nice. Mario 1 is the closest humans have come to perfection. Do you mean the people who play it or the people who made it? The people who play it, I would say yes. Bob, Mega Man 2 through 6. I'm a big fan of Mega Man 2 and also 3 and also 5. And 6 is good too. No Mega Man game is perfect, but all of them are extremely good. I hate some of the stages on Mega Man 3. I think I hate everything Wily Stage and beyond in Mega Man 2. Once you start doing the Wily stages, it's just awful. Contra and Super C. You know one game, you want to know the game I probably played the most on my NES emulator? It was fucking RBI Baseball 1. Isn't that funny? I had all these fucking classic famous games. And here I was playing some fucking baseball. Kirby's Adventure is extremely good. I actually could go for some of that right now. Castlevania 1 and 3. Extremely good games. Never a huge fan of Tetris, to be honest. Or Pac-Man either. There are a lot of good baseball games on NES. There's like at least 10 of them. Dudley's Light Super. I think all the supers are 2-frame. Or they hit on their second frame, so 1 frame in the spectrum of how people call stuff in this. I never played any Goemon Famicom game, but I did have Legend of the Mystical Ninja on Super Nintendo, and I wasn't very good at it. I could never get very far. It'd be fun to play that game as an adult and see how much I could fucking do. Fang's Protege is actually the most reasonable suggestion I've heard in a long time for the 5th character. It probably is Fang's Protege. One time I found out about the Konami code in Mystical Ninja, and I put it in and I got pretty far into the game. I seem to recall it had a really punishing game over system though. I think you might have to just go back to the start of the game when you game over or something like that. And also I think there was no saving, right? Oh, that neutral jump, that neutral super jump looks so fucking bad, yet he successfully baited like the correct anti-air. So that's pretty funny. That ended up being a good decision because it looked horrible. It was horrible in a weird way, and Ryu like had to think fast on what the punish would be, and Necro seemed to be aware of what the punish would be. Ah, drill there would have been nice. Anyone ever play Tetris Blast? That's my favorite Tetris variation. I had a really good time playing that. Also known as Bomb Bliss. It was on, I think, Super Nintendo and also Game Boy. Anyone ever play Mick Kids? That game is actually really fun. It was published by Burgeon, who I think also published Out of This World / Another World, which is a game I should probably stream at some point. Very interesting game. Make Kids is actually like kind of fun. A Mario 3 clone, you might say. It gets compared to Mario 3 a lot, but I don't think it's actually that similar. It's got like the Mario 2 style like holding system. But the stages are not really like any Mario game. It's also pretty hard. There are cards hidden in every level, and you need them all to unlock all the content in the game. But the stages don't tell you how many cards are in them. So you kind of like, if you're missing cards, you just have no idea where they are. And a lot of stages have like no cards in them. There's just no consistency with like where the stuff is hidden. And just the game gets really pretty difficult, especially if you find the secret levels. I played Tiny Toons for NES. I didn't get super far in it. It felt okay. It reminded me of the Felix the Cat game, where it's just like a weird IP and then a generic platformer. I don't know about a McDonald's Genesis game. I never had a Genesis growing up. I got one briefly as a teenager that I like bought from a thrift store for like $30. Treasure. Didn't they do Chameleon Twist? And I don't remember what else. Dynamite Heady. Was that the one with the little guy with the fucking... like a little yellow, like, teardrop-shaped head? Every time I hear Dynamite Heady, I think about Decap Attack for some reason. I picture Decap Attack. Mischief Makers. That's one of my all-time favorites. Treasure published by Enix. Oh, Sunsoft for Chameleon Twist. Sunsoft did Arrow the Acrobat, I think.
Final round. Go for it.
I'll make my own sequel to Mischief Makers. What do you guys think? It'll be a point-and-click semi-eroga. Point-and-click dating sim where you romance Marina.
You win.
They will have blackjack and hookers.
Prepare to strike. Now.
The plot of the game will be that you molest her and then she beats you up. Which is actually the plot of the Mischief Makers. Do you ever see the cover of a game and think that game must be so cool? And then you try the game and it's really shitty?
Fighters ready.
I went back and I found a download. It was a download of every game cover from the PS1. And I just looked through all of them like it was like I was in a fucking video game store in the 90s. Very nostalgic experience. And there was one game that I like tripped out when I saw it because I remembered I bought it and I couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on and I returned it. And I remember thinking if I just understood how this game worked, it would be so fun because of how cool the cover was. The game was Battle Hunter, I think. Battle Hunters. And it's like a glorified board game.
Prepare to strike.
I gotta figure out if that's even the right name. Battle Hunters PSX. That's an actual Google search, so I probably got it. Yeah, looking at the cover with the key and all the different character classes, it's like, oh man, this game is probably really neat. And then you actually play it, and it's like you get just put on a map. You gotta find the item on a map and then leave the map. Also, when I downloaded it to try it out recently, it was like the smallest fucking game. I like couldn't believe it was like fucking it was like double-digit megabytes.
Fighters ready. Engage.
It was just very tiny. Most PS1 games are kind of big. And by kind of big, I mean in the hundreds of megabytes. How do you guys feel about the cover art for Phalanx on Super Nintendo?
Are you ready?
If you've never seen that cover art, you should go look at it. It's probably the strangest cover art in all history. It's like a pretty generic space shooter. And the cover just has a fucking old guy with a banjo. Certainly memorable. Someone recently like contacted the whoever was in charge of that and asked him about it. And by recently I mean, you know, probably not that recent anymore. And it was like the guy who made it was like, yeah, I just envisioned that like this war, like in the future it would be the kind of war that people would sing songs about. Something like that. And he was like, yeah, I just wanted it to be memorable. I've never actually fucked around with Skullgirls very much.
You win. Prepare to strike. Now.
Wasn't there a Bust a Move game where the cover was just a fucking baby, like super close? Super Bust a Move on PS2. Why would they do that? That's not even the worst box art I've ever seen on a Bust a Move game. That's the funny thing. There's a Bust a Move game, I think on DS, where one of the 3 versions of it had the dragons, Bob and Bob, had like extremely cursed pink arms.
Are you ready? Go.
Fucking love Bust a Move, by the way. It's not Bust a Move DS, I don't think. Master System box art was just like fucking any given thing from the game, and then like that checkerboard background, and that was it. Zero thought went into any fucking Master System box art.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Mega Man 2's box art is great. I don't know why everyone attacks it. Same with Mega Man 1. Super Bust a Move, was that it? I just want to hover over it and have it work. Wait, Space Bust a Move? Not even Super. Space Bust a Move.
Are you ready? Go.
No, this isn't it. Well, at least not this version of it. There was one where the dragons were like long and like kind of tall and skinny, and had long skinny arms. Maybe I should just look at this. It's the Wikipedia article. I'll just go to the Wikipedia page on my phone. That way I won't like interrupt the video. Bubble Bobble Revolutions. Maybe it was a Bubble Bobble game.
Final round. Go.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. I called them narrow, but actually they were fat. I misremembered. But that is extremely cursed box art. Bubble Bobble Revolutions DS box art is like extremely cursed. I haven't thought about this in forever. It's such a far cry from how the dragons normally look in the fucking other games. They're normally so cute.
You win. Now. Enter the heat.
Reminder that Resident Evil Revelations 3D, the box art has the name of the game misspelled on the side, on the spine. It like adds an I to Revelations or something like that. I don't remember a Bob cameo in Maple Story. 12. You want to know my favorite box art trivia? Is the Wii version of Okami has the IGN logo in it. If you look at the Wii cover art for Okami and then look near Amaterasu's mouth,
Enter the heat of battle. Go.
you can see a faint IGN logo. That's so bad. They must have just fucking Googled Casey on Hidden Street. It's a watermark, yeah. They just Googled fucking Okami box art and used that. I think you're the only one that's scared.
Final round. Engage.
I think that NES Classic, one of the games on it was in some way confirmed to be a ripped ROM. There was like something on the ROM that was not on the actual like original game, but like was on the commonly circulated NES ROM that like people download on the internet. Something like that. It was like Mario 1. There was like a ROM that was definitely downloaded from the internet. How is Nintendo gonna get mad at people for fucking downloading ROMs of their games when they download ROMs of their own games and then sell them? Konami Greatest Hits Castlevania DS. What the fuck were they thinking? That is actually truly the worst box art I've ever seen. That one's like bafflingly bad. It's such a strange decision. What the fuck? I'm looking at Casey. He does have Bub. Cute. Reminder that Donald Trump is a Maple Story NPC. How do you guys feel about that? First U.S. president who to be a Maple Story NPC character. Also, the first U.S. president to get Stone Cold slammed by Steve Austin. US version of Ico is horrible compared to the Japanese version. Go check out the Japanese box art for Resident Evil 4. It's perfect. The box art for every Japanese Final Fantasy game is just the game's logo. Just the words Final Fantasy and then fucking nothing else. I love it. It's very aesthetic. US box art for Final Fantasy games is usually pretty good. Ooh, double DP right off the gate. The Juon game had a hilariously bad box art in America. There was a time when RPGs were seen to only be able to survive by going MMO. And you definitely can't tell me that FF didn't succeed in the MMO market. I've always wanted to play FF14. I might do it sometime soon, just to see what's up. Oh, Ju-On, the Japanese version versus the US version. I think the US version is literally called like fucking Grudge Haunted House Simulator or something like that. And it just has a woman hiding behind a couch or something. That was like the box art. Am I remembering that right? And it's just very silly looking. It's a Wii game. Maybe I'm not thinking of the right one. I'm seeing a different box. Oh yeah, Ju-On the Grudge, a fright simulator. It's the European cover art is horrible. I've seen the Grudge. I've seen all of the Grudge movies, the Japanese versions. I've actually never seen the fucking US Grudge. But there were like 2 like short films, and then they were both made into theatrical movies. And I saw all 4 of them. Oh my god, his parries. Ryu just held it. Short round. Yeah, this is G. I don't think you can get a G in a match, but if you can get a G for your whole playthrough. if you like lose against the first opponent after not hitting any buttons in arcade mode. I don't know if I've ever seen a rating lower than E in a single match, but the full playthrough ratings work differently. Oh, his failed super. He got the overhead on crouching opponent, and then while trying to do super, he got towards roundhouse. His motion sucked. That was a big drop. And Ryu got the max damage punish on it, somehow. Or rather, he got to jump in. Later. I should be going before too long. Just because it's 5 a.m. and I probably shouldn't ruin my sleep schedule more than it's already ruined. I'm just kind of in a good mood and I want it to be social. I did good stuff today. I made my videos and then I fucking jogged. Need to know parries. Yee, that's a pretty interesting idea for a video. I think a better video, or I shouldn't say a better video. I don't know if any parries are really need to know for a beginner. And the ones that you can do are usually pretty easy. It's just like tap forward once. Sean's wheel kick. Elena's fucking mallet smash. Knowledge checks would be a better one. Knowledge checks in fighting games is a really interesting subject that people should make videos about. But it's hard for me to know which ones are the knowledge checks because it's like, you know, a lot of stuff I just know and I don't know which ones are obvious. Knowledge check. If Ryu picks tension, you have to parry it. You can't block it. Oh, nice parries. Maybe like just an anti-air or hard DP from Ken. Should be able to parry. It's a good one. Pretty easy to learn as a beginner. What was I gonna say? Oh, a good video would be need to know red parries because that's something that would even help most pros. Red parries where they're reactable, have a consistent timing, and low risk to attempt. For example, the second hit of Ken's overhead. For example, the last hit of Ryu's Super 1. Just to name some from these two characters. Ken meaty TC. Not useful, or not horrible, but not doesn't break Ken. Maybe you know how to do it. I just got a comment on YouTube that was like, someone asking whether Omega was a PC mod and how it improved the main game. Is Omega a PC mod? How does it improve on what lots of people think is a great fighting game? This is a funny post. The absolute state of Omega. Second hit of EX elbow is a super good red parry. Fairly low risk. The damage isn't that high, but it does knock you over. And Alex does get Oki. But it's safe on block, and unless your name is Ken or Chun-Li. And if you parry it, it's extremely unsafe. The SF3 final hit is one I've gotten in match. Chun-Li last hit best of 2 isn't even a red parry, but it is a beginner parry. We're talking about just any parry. Also, the last hit of Makoto Super 2 is an extremely good parry to learn. Both those supers are unsafe even if you don't parry, but they become much, much easier to punish if you do parry.
You win. Are you ready? Go.
Remy Sweep? That is a good one. God, I'm done messing around with my phone.
Fighters ready. Engage.
First Yang Rek after left forward is a good one. It's a little risky, because you can eat 3 Rekkas. Because he can, I think he can do more Rekkas on reaction to 1 working, can't he? Pretty sure. I'm not a Yang player. There's also the possibility that it has EX Rekka, which has a different parry timing. So it's like, it's very good to go for because Yang is so safe you have to go for aggressive parries. But, there is a little bit of risk there. Yang's Rekkas aren't that rewarding. He's not a very strong character. He's good, he's just not strong. Ah, that was probably a front hit. Very tricky. I think I would have blocked in the back.
Now. Prepare to strike. Now.
That sounds like a pretty fun series. I've thought about that, doing that for a while. A series about, like, good red parries. I think it would help me as a player as well, because I'd have to perform them all. Yeah, character intros. A lot of people lament that they're gone. There were storyline battles in Street Fighter 4, and they worked basically like character intros. But you only saw them in arcade mode. I remember Guile, his storyline battle had him like running after M. Bison. Or maybe it was M. Bison's storyline battle. And it was so weird to see Guile running. The animation just hella whack. I still remember it to this day, even though I fucking saw it in like 2010. Double parry into regular Tatsu EX would have made more sense there. Punish? Nope. It could have been, if you got it faster. Oh, there you go. That's a good red parry. That's one of the good ones. Oh, he didn't build the meter. That fireball didn't combo, but if he built the meter, he would have gotten super, and super actually hits before the fireball in that combo. That's how fast Ken Super 3 is. I think both Goken and Akuma in gameplay have remixes of Ryu's theme or something, right? I don't remember. You said Leona's father, and I pictured fucking Hyder, and I was like, he's already in the game. I don't remember Leona's lore. She's got like the fucking riot of blood like Iori does, doesn't she? Or maybe it's like Orochi or something. Does she have Orochi?
You win. Fighters ready. Engage.
Nice. That's... Q doesn't have a stage. Q stage is Dudley stage, even when you fight Q as a boss in the story mode.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Damn, KF lore. KOF, like, there's a lot of lore, and the game takes it, like, takes itself kind of seriously in that way, and I kind of like that. There's a lot of internal consistency on the lore of KOF. I thought you fought him on the least stage. Maybe I'm wrong. Obviously, you fight him on the least stage in the, versus mode. Maybe you don't in story mode. It's been too long. Okay, yeah, it's probably whoever you play as or something. I'm going to be so mildly annoyed. That's a really funny thing to say. I've never seen anyone say anything bad about the King of Dinosaurs, except that he's not good enough for how cool he is. King of Dinosaurs is one of the most beloved fighting game designs somehow. Because it keeps video on Shinakuma. Shingoki. No, I haven't. Oh, I think I saw he like destroyed the car with Shinakuma, didn't he? And I think he actually destroyed the car like one of the fastest of any character. I didn't see the other video, or any other videos. There's not a lot of knowledge on Shinakuma. It's pretty interesting. I don't remember anything different about him except his double fireballs. I think he had other differences too, but I just haven't thought about it in forever. Interesting. Based post. Oh, that was an awkward dungeon. Yeah, that was a punish. There was nothing good for you to do there. That was a really bad dungeon. Releasing immediately was probably the best thing you could have got out of it, because he was going to get punished either way. Might as well get some dizzy on the opponent. SNK grapplers are wild. Because you can link into the command grabs. It changes everything. Like, a lot of them can just, like, down B you, and then just command grab link. It's like, what the fuck? You just do a low and get the command grab anyway? It's supposed to be a guess. You're supposed to guess between the command grab and the low. Not only can you link it to command grabs, but they're like one frame startup, so it's like often really easy to link into them. I don't think I've ever played a KOF grappler. I played Shermie for a while, and what the fuck, he lip parried the drill from that high up. I played Shermie in KOF 98 for a little bit, very casually. She's a grappler. I'm actually a little excited to see Shermie return because I've have the hots for her. I'm not even 100% sure when that armored command grab is better to go for than the one frame one, to be honest. Wait for something to become grounded, and then grab it. Yeah, that one was the command grab. It was 360 plus kick, but it was a hit. It did a shitload of damage too. It was like really fucking strong. He does have a command grab, yeah. 360 plus punch is a command grab. But it's like a slow jumping command grab. It's like Mika's 360 punch in that game. The only comparison I can think of in another Street Fighter is like Bull Revenger. It's faster than Bull Revenger, but it's like a slow command grab that advances. He doesn't have like a true 360, even though he's got two different 360 motions. When will Xion emerge from the void? Whoa, it ended. I don't know if I'll watch all of this one. I might just go to sleep for too long. But we might as well find out. He hovered over Oro for a second. No, go back to Oro. Ryo's air fireball. Forgot about that. Is Ramon in the game? When's the last time Ramon was in a game? I was thinking of people who would be on Team Mexico. Oh shit, Ramon is confirmed. Wait, Ramon was in 14? I don't remember him at all. Was he DLC or did I just forget that he existed? He was just not good. Oh no. I forgot about the existence of Ramon. The poster boy shouldn't be the hardest to play. Aren't the Mishimas considered to be really hard to play? In Tekken. Because you've gotta, in order to do their launch, you've gotta do your tight DP motions. Gotta do your fucking electric winds. I think a lot of fighting games kind of take a little bit of pride in having a harder main character. It's like, oh yeah, this isn't like some baby game. This game is complex and deep. Nice parries. You got it right. Probably a punish though. Hi. Punish sweep. Punish Shadow Sweep with your own Shadow Sweep. Shadow Sweep is so unbelievably well designed in this game. There's a lot of play with it, and then also a lot of counterplay. It's the perfect poke. Oh, I don't like that. He could have made it work if he delayed it, but delaying it was so scary. He had no kind of meaty anything. Denjin is between 1 and 5 parries depending on how charged it is.
Prepare to strike. Now.
It also charges faster if you spin the stick while holding it. Oh, wake up, crouch, fierce, what? Worked. Red parry? No. The far strong cancel. I think parry into crouch fierce would make the most sense for what he woke up with. You think he wouldn't do the EX donkey kick unless he saw the parry? I don't know a thing about the new Sam show, except it gave me a glorious 3D Iroha. When I was going to Wednesday night fights, people were playing that, and occasionally I would like look up and just watch it on the big screens. Yes! I always talk about it, but finally we get to see it. The double super. You can always tag on 1 extra hit of super. On like the whole cast, I think. And on some characters you can tag on 2 hits, which also gives you a juggle, I think. Ken can do that with his DP into Shifu. It looks really funny. Oof. That jump was a bit ballsy. That was great mashing though by the Necro player. And by some miracle his last input to unmash was a direction so he could block right away. When's the new Melty Blood come out? I'm not really hyped for it, but I'm keeping my eyes open a little bit. Keeping my eyes open, I say, as I don't know the release date. September. It's coming up pretty hot. 2 months. That shimmy. You don't see shimmies all that much in Third Strike. Ooh, low forward, light donkey. Oh my god, that Ken. He was like, yeah, of course you're going to go for your high dizzy options. Immediate Denjin, because any Denjin's going to stun. And then towards strong, because towards strong goes a lot of dizzy. Ken just had the reads. Both of those plays were really obvious retrospectively, but to have both reads beforehand was extremely good.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Oh, that could have been a punish. My god. Nice, that was a punish. You can tell Ryu was crouching. Well, I won't necessarily tell you, but it looked good too. Hold it a bit, Ryu. He's done wake up early parry every time. Just mix him up. Oh, this is over. Punish just kills.
You win. Fighters ready. Engage.
Nice. It should have been the light spinning hook, maybe. Don't think it mattered. Good old low strong. If that was parried, he might have been punishable because it was kind of low.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Nice. Good confirm. Melty is the Eunice what Demon Souls is the Dark Souls. IDK what any of that means. Funny post. I think he's saying Melty inspired Eunice, which tidied it up significantly. But the groundwork was laid by Melty. Eunice is Under Night in Birth. That probably can be a punish, but that was way late. That recovers pretty fast on whiff. Whoa, that DP. Whiff a normal, then mash DP, even if they're not next to you. It's alright, you'll whiff punish something. Another instant Denjin. Come on, just charge it. Why are you picking Denjin? You're not even picking, doing the mix-ups. This Ryu just wants to release right away. Nice. Yeah, for sure he's scared of being interrupted. But everyone's just going for wake up immediate parry. No one's going for wake up buttons. Nice, good combo. The joke. I haven't thought about the joke in a minute. Why did the fighting game player cross the road? To get to the parking lot where they were holding the Melty Blood tournament. The Melty Blood side tournament. If he had meter, he could have canceled the second Shoryu into SA3 for the kill. I've fucking gone to Camelot Golfland several times. Weird to read. BAF Discord has a melty command that I put in one time. It's a photo of 3 guys using the same urinal. So if you type /melty, you get that photo. I think I fixed the link, so you should be able to just be able to go into it. Be able to. If you just scroll down like 2 inches. I think the link to the BAF cord works again. Also, you can, while you're scrolled down, you can read the rules. Remember to read the chat rules if you're going to post here. It's very important. Oh, light DP. Or medium DP, I guess. Would have worked there. He got Fireball instead on accident. It's almost Remy. Oh, what a messy scenario. I think Necro recovered first. Well, obviously he could have attacked on the way down if he wanted to. But he was scared about... He probably parried multiple times, which I would have done. Just thinking, you know, it's kind of weird that Tatsu only hit once. Smooch? What the fuck? I feel attacked. Nice. Big jump in. Oh, that's a bad feeling. I wish you could just edit YouTube videos. There's like a lot of little changes I would make just to keep things up to date. You can't even add annotations anymore. crying. Nah, you can change the sound, and by change the sound, I literally mean mute segments. I think you might be able to crop stuff too, but I haven't done it in a long time. It's like very useless. I get lots of comments that are just fucking dumb shit that I already answered. Sometimes it's my fault. Sometimes it's not. For example, I've gotten the same comment like 5 times already that's like, what's the song in my current 2 YouTube videos that I just put up, the combo videos. And that's definitely my fault, because I could have just put what the song was in the video or in the description, and I didn't. Other people have already had their question answered, but you know, when you ask a question, you don't ever actually look to see whether other people ask the question if you're a YouTube commenter. You can get comments super easily on YouTube if you just clout chase. Just make like a 30-minute video on why Low Tier God is dumb. Is that really a punish? What a fucking weird thing to be ready for. He's like, oh, I can just block far medium kick from Ryu and then Shippu punish it. That's the mark of a good Ken, is when they know all the weird Shippu punishes. Alright, here's the secret to getting huge on YouTube. I already know it. Okay? Make a video of yourself cheating in a speedrun. And then make a video where, as a voiceover, you analyze how you can tell that you were cheating in the speedrun, and pretend that the you in the speedrun is like someone else. You will get millions of views. And then all over the video be like, I didn't put this guy's name anywhere so that you wouldn't chase him. And last I checked, he already deleted his account when I called him out. And then all the time you're in the video talking about, like, while you're cheating, speak in falsetto. And that way no one knows it's the same voice. It's like, here, I'm going into the cave. Ooh, that's a punish too. That's such a genius idea to get 1,000,000 views. I hope no one, like, clips this. And I hope no one steals my idea. 2 different quality mics, yeah. Speaking of fake Texas accent. I feel like you could actually do that. Just be a call-out channel and just make all of your own call-outs. Just be the asshole in every call-out video. There must be people who already do that. Yeah, become your own Keemstar. That's it. That's the way to fame on the internet. People love call-out videos, and you don't even need someone to actually do something to be a call-out guy. You can just do it yourself. You guys ever see that 4chan post that was like, it was like, I'm just getting out of prison for the first time in 10 years, like, I have nothing to my name, what should I do? Some bullshit like that, I don't remember. And someone in the comments was like, in the replies, was like, play like some video game where you rob a bank, and then compare it to actually robbing a bank, and be like, oh yeah, like, the alarm system didn't work anything like that in real life. Or like the police would be way faster to show up than this. Stuff like that. Yeah, and I think he actually did it, which is the best part. And I remember reading that and being like, that's such a $1,000,000 idea. Bath, I'm hungry. Third Strike has never died. People ask about Third Strike Resurgence every now and then, but actually it's just been very steadily getting more popular. I don't know if it's the most popular it's ever been, but it's like quite popular. It might be the most popular it's ever been, I don't know. But like it's been steadily getting more popular since like 2004. It's very slowly. People like to attribute it to SF5 or SF4 or fucking whatever based on the time. It's just the FGC getting bigger. It's the truth. I had instant ramen of a brand that I never get the other day. It was okay. It was one of those ones that came with like a seasoning packet and then an oil packet. And I always feel kind of gross emptying the oil packet. It's like, shouldn't I just eat this without? This is not Fightcade. This is just Japanese Third Strike footage. Arcade VODs. Nice. Dashing into block was pretty bold. People don't, Dudleys don't even reversal that often. I guess reversal super would have been fairly ordinary there. EXDP is a bit weirder. I don't normally have ramen, but I saw a new brand and I was just like, I can try. I went through when I was in like high school and college, I had a shitload of ramen. Dash shortcut? I don't think so. Someone once told me how to do dash DPs cleanly and I couldn't do it. Dash DPs are really hard for me. No idea. Sand jab. That looked hella weird there for some reason. You don't normally see that. What do Kens normally take with light normals? Ooh, look at that! You see how I did stand short at the end? Or jump short, rather? That looked pretty weird, didn't it? That was actually probably one of the best things he could have done. That was actually extremely smart. Because of the angle, he wasn't going to get a punish on Ken on the ground, I don't think. And if he did anything slower than a jump short, it was probably going to get hit by the next hit of EX Tatsu. So he just cashed out on the parries he could get for as much meter as possible, and then did stand short because it was the highest damage punish he could get. It looked hella stupid, but I think it was actually 100% optimal. That low short, or that stand short was probably supposed to be a low short. Stand short is super weird there. Oh, this is over, right? No. He did a back fierce combo. If he went for like a back forward into a spinning hook, he would have gotten super and killed. This is a nice Necker player. Yeah, it was a sick parry and it was no damage. Jump light normals do a little bit more damage than grounded light normals at least. Grounded light normals just do fucking no damage in Third Strike for some reason. They're like insanely weak. They're also very combo unfriendly. This game is very cruel to light normals. Most light normals in this game are really shitty. They're still good for confirming supers. But a lot of characters don't even have light normals at chain, so... For a lot of the casts, you don't even get that. Sometimes it's good for like a really fast super, but usually characters can already do a really fast super just because their supers are really fast. A lot of supers are like 2 frames or 3 frames in this game. Jump fierce. Yeah, it's really hard to punish Air EX Tatsu unless you're like Hugo with a body splash you can come down with. That's Effie. And they're eloping together. I think. They're both runaways from the same like experimental secret society. We don't know how old Effie or Necro are, I don't think. Necro is a guy who was experimented on. It made him stretchy. Instant release. Necro tried to punish it. Probably wasn't safe, but I think the punish he went for wasn't good. Effie is super small. He might have to, yeah, block that on landing / parry. Kieran was trying to find a way to make himself stretchy. The actual lore is that they want someone basically invincible. The idea with 12 is that he can rapidly regenerate from any wound. And he's got no bones to break. Shit like that. So ironically, it would have made a lot more sense if 12 had a healing super. I remember the episode of Family Guy when Peter Griffin wished that he had no bones. Necro is one of those characters who never stands upright. Oh, there you go, a late release. And Ken parried early, obviously. Like Faust. Faust never stands upright except for his fucking taunt. And it's fucking wild to see him upright because he's so tall. Like Honda. Honda never ever stands upright. That fucking Honda's taunt, he stands upright in SF5. And he's literally like the same height as Sagat, and it's just like, what the fuck? Honda's just always bent over. In that big old sumo pose. The sun's coming out outside. It's beautiful, but also I shouldn't be awake. I work tonight. How much of this video is left? Fucking, I'm staying 30 minutes. 6-1. They don't know what they're doing with those fucking numbers. They just put whatever. What's Honda's weight? Is he like 400 pounds? That'd be my conservative guess. What's Vegeta's canon height? He's like 5'4" or something like that. He was drawn so small early on. In his intro, he was drawn as like a 4' something. I think Goku's canon height is 5'10". Something like that. He's like moderately tall, I guess. That can work, and it looks so cool when it works. Ugh. Oh, very nice. Remember when Vegeta killed Yamcha, and then Vegeta slept with the woman that Yamcha had a crush on? And he didn't even love her? Yamcha on Suicide Watch. Yamcha killed the uh what were they called? The fucking Rangers on Namek. Ginyu Force. There you go. I think it was probably a good decision overall to kill the Ginyu Force. And no one else was going to do it, so it was up to him. Oh wait, Yamcha? I thought you read Vegeta. No, we're talking about Vegeta. Vegeta did anything that makes the situation worse. That's true. Every single, literally every single character in Dragon Ball started as a villain. All of them. Every single one, including Yamcha, including Krillin, including Boba. The whole fucking cast. Oh, Roshi. Goku started as a villain genetically. Bulma was more exploitative. Gohan, Trunks, and Goten are innocent children. Yeah, actually. None of them were villainous at any point. Gohan is the best character in Dragon Ball, and it's a shame that his character arc is just completely shitty. He's a more interesting Goku in like every way. He's like Goku, but like... How do I put this? I don't want to say he's more humble than Goku, although he probably is. He's more like aware of his own power, maybe. When I saw Gohan in the fucking village with like Nam or whoever it was, who was it? No. It was Gohan meeting what's his face? The fucking cyborg crane martial artist guy. The assassin. I can't think of his name. Must be tired. The little scene, yeah, Mercenary Tao. The little scene where Gohan clashes with him, visiting that village. That kind of makes me feel that like I would have liked Gohan Protag. Nice. That actually killed too. Killing with the fucking heavy overhead. Everything past Majin Buu was a mistake. Everything past like Namek was a mistake. I say that, but I actually really love the fucking I love it all, even if it's shitty. I've seen most of Super. I'm not fully up to date. I haven't read any Super, and it's kept going to the best that I can tell. Cell has really cool and really dumb moments. Cell is maybe the most threatening villain in the franchise, I think. Even though like everyone could have like killed all humans. Damn, Crouch Fierce EX Tatsu. That's like the secret option. All the time I see Shoto players do anti-air Crouch Fierce, and then if it's parried, they cancel into like EX Fireball or EX Uppercut. But I've never seen fucking Crouch Fierce cancel to EX Tatsu as an anti-air, I don't think. Remember fucking watching all those parts where Cell was just going around city to city just killing everyone? That's scary. Wake up. He wanted close forward, I'm sure. But he got far forward. Wake up, parry, far forward. Oh. Ooh, I don't like that Tatsu. Oh my god, Ken is so disgusting. It's like, oops, you made me block a fucking low forward. He really tried to red parry that? That was a punish, I think. I think there was a punish to Dizzy there. There we go. Shameless. Dash, fierce, dash, fierce, dash, fierce. Color indicates power in the entire Dragon Ball body of work. It creeped me out when I was a kid. Reminded that the character we call Cell is actually called Future Cell. And the actual Cell was just killed in a fucking tube, I think. Probably most characters after Frieza arc could destroy Earth. Frieza had enough power to destroy a planet that was, I think, far larger than Earth, right? Yeah. I think most of the characters have had the ability to destroy Earth if they wanted to. I don't know who the fucking Necro is. It might not even always be the same guy. Remember Master Roshi catching bullets? Love that special back throw. I know that catching bullets isn't like a huge deal, but that's the point. It's just funny. Even Master Roshi can just catch bullets like nothing. I think Krillin almost got shot in his like debut in Super or something. I was just like, did you forget? I know Super seemed to kind of try and depower everyone a little bit. It's like, okay, the power creep was pretty bad. I don't remember what gave me that impression, but I remember getting that impression, and that was one of the scenes I think was like guns being a little bit dangerous. Yeah, they pulled back the power creep only to bring it back 10 times worse. I remember with Super Saiyan God, they wanted to draw something. Toriyama wanted something less muscular. Wanted like a leaner kind of look. Because he was tired of just making like bulging muscles be like the go-to. The sub. EX something? The fuck was that? The only EX that makes sense to wake up with is Ryu's EXDP. In a shonen, what point do they just stop caring about guns? I think there's a point in Yu Yu Hakusho where Yusuke gets shot at, or Yusuke and Kuwabara, and they just like fucking hashtag teleport behind or some bullshit. Probably during the Rescue Yukina arc or something like that. It's like, oh yeah, we're already at a point where we don't have to care about guns anymore. It's always funny in One Piece when someone's just holding a gun. It's like, oh yeah, these things are actually dangerous for just about everyone. Like, I think Blackbeard shot Whitebeard in that one spread where Whitebeard is getting attacked by everyone. Like, Blackbeard is holding a fucking gun. It's kind of funny, like, you know, was it a hockey gun? Was it a sea stone gun? But guns are treated as a relatively serious thing in One Piece, like a legitimate weapon. They just don't show up that much for some reason, because it would like change the storytelling a lot if everyone just had a gun. All the Marines always have pistols and rifles. I said pistols, but like it's all rifles, isn't it? And Kizaru can like move at the speed of light. What's going on? He's holding a gun to Goku's head. They're like muskets. They're like fucking matchlock or whatever. Flintlock muskets. The technology is not very good in the One Piece verse. Imagine if they got a new Straw Hat who was just a guy with a fucking modern gun and he just shot people. They'll be like, oh, this is your villain. Ryu actually shook out of that. He's like, okay, and he just shoots him. Shoots him in the head and he dies. That's one thing I never liked about Usopp. I love Usopp the character. But a slingshot is a very kind of silly weapon. And I'm okay with silly in One Piece, but I don't know. It just there's a permanent lingering question with Usopp. It's like, why doesn't he just take a gun? I think the new slingshot is really cool. The Klimatact. No, not Klimatact. Yeah, Klimatact. What is that? Nami's weapon? What the fuck is the name of that slingshot? Is it the Klimatact? Am I high? That one's kind of cool. I guess none of the Straw Hats kill except Zoro sometimes. It's hard to have guns without having killing. Nice. Just low, short, super yellow. Ken's not gonna block low. The fuck was that neutral jump fierce? Has Chopper killed anyone or anything? I feel like the answer might be yes. Ah yes, Chopper killed Hero Luke. Maybe she was one of those assassins who never kills people. Maybe she was one of those assassins who just read weird symbols. You guys have got 5 minutes left with me. Relish them. Sun's fully out now. I actually really like Robin. And it's kind of a shame that she's literally had nothing since Ennie's Lobby. Ennie's Lobby is like the best part of One Piece, I would say. It's the strongest arc they've had in a series full of strong arcs. But Robin has been gathering dust non-stop since then. I can't remember the last time she did something. Damn it, I hate Ken. What happens if Ken tries to turn out that super and you just do like a fucking low forward Hado? Does he just eat the Hado? I've never known. Like the fourth strongest member. Maybe? Pretty sure it's, I don't know if Usopp's higher than her. That's a super hard question to answer because Usopp has Haki now. But I would tentatively say that the approximate power rankings... Well, it's like clearly Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, right? And then Zoro, Sanji are an approximate tie. But then, like, what about, what's his name? Jinbei? Jinbei. Why do I always fuck this up? Jinbei. He's supposedly pretty strong. Is he the new number 4? What about Brook? How strong is Brook really? How strong is Frankie really? They like to dance around whether Zoro or Sanji is stronger. It feels like it's probably Zoro, but it's hard to say. No. Fresh Face does not confirm a TX Donkey. You've got to cancel it right away. I feel like, yeah, Zoro after the time skip has never been challenged. I guess he has been just recently with Kaido. I don't know what a Lemmy is. Sanji just got a power up too. He got his fucking zany ass fucking suit. This one, probably most of them are just 4 dudes taking rounds. That's like the general formula. That's true. I think Oda said at one point that Wanda was going to have major relevance to one of the Straw Hats. And I'm like certain that they're going to have some kind of reveal that Zoro's like descended from someone from fucking Wano or something like that. We already basically know that his sword, Kuina's sword, came from Wano. I think we just do know that. And Kuina herself is descended from Wano. He uses katanas. Everyone uses katanas. Just about every sword in the franchise is depicted as a katana. There's a few that aren't. Like there's one guy with a rapier, and there's a couple guys with rapiers actually. I think Diaz Drake has a rapier, and I think that one fucking guy in oh, he actually held it and kind of attacked right away. That flowery guy that's part of Luffy's Grand Fleet.
Final round. Engage.
And then it turns out that fucking Zoro is Odin's first son and Momonosuke's older brother. No, second son and younger brother.
You win.
I don't know what the fuck I would think of that if that was like revealed somehow. Anyway, I'm going to bed. It's too late.